you guys. Today I'm going to take you through the top 5 exercises for shin splints. This is especially important if you are someone who is a runner or in some sort of sport or activity where you're jumping a lot and you may experience shin splints pretty frequently. So let me teach you some of the best stretches, mobility, and strengthening exercises, in my opinion, to address shin splints. For all these exercises today, you're going to want to be barefoot or just in socks so that shoes aren't restricting your movement, okay? And we're going to take it down to the ground for our first one today, which will be doing a tall kneeling, kind of lean back stretch. This is going to stretch the quads, but it's also going to stretch into those shins. So make sure you have those feet plantar flexed or toes pointed, ankles pointed, and then you're basically just going to sit back, and you want your feet to stay in alignment like that. So for example, if your feet are kind of angled out like that or angled in, we don't want that. Keep the feet directly in line with the leg, just like that. And then you're just going to sit down just for a moment and then come back out of it. All right, so this one you are flexing at the hips because we're not really working the hips with this one. We're not strengthening, we're mostly working on, as you lean back, you're getting good flexion through the knees. And you're also getting some good stretch through those shins there. Okay, so this is a mobility exercise. Do about 15 to 20 of those. Now let's come up to standing. Another great exercise is to stretch and mobilize the shins. You can do a Gastrocnemius, and it's only a stretch standing at a wall. So let's do the Gastrocnemius first. You're going to have the hands on the wall. You're going to put one foot back behind you and then try and lower that heel back. The front knee is bent, the back leg is completely straight, and you're trying to drop that heel to the ground. You can scoot the foot back even farther if you have a lot of mobility like I do. And you're just holding for 30 seconds for a static stretch here, stretching the gastrocnemius, the big superficial calf muscle there. Okay, 30 seconds. Then you can slightly bend the back knee. That is now going to target the soleus. It's underneath the gastrocnemius. It's also a calf muscle, but it's a little bit deeper in there. All right, so 30 seconds of each on both legs will be great for that one. Next, we're going to do a fun one. We're going to be walking on the heels. So let me show you that one. You're just going to stand with the feet hip distance apart. Raise the toes up, raise the toes up. And then you're just going to walk like this. So you're walking in a dorsiflex position like so. All right. Just like that. And you're actually strengthening the tibialis, the anterior muscle that dorsiflexes the foot. So you're working on endurance for that muscle. At the same time, balance. It's a little bit tougher to walk on a smaller surface area, just the heel. All right? So that's a good one to do. If it's uncomfortable at all, put some sneakers on for that one, okay? Now, we're going to finish off with 2 of my favorite woodpecker exercises. We're going to do a double leg and a single leg variation. This one, it may feel more comfortable for you to be near a wall again. And essentially what you're going to do, let's do the double leg version first. You're going to stand like so, feet hip distance apart, okay? And then what you're going to do is just try and like tap forward like a woodpecker would, hacking into a tree. And that's kind of what it's called because you're doing that, but really the focus is more on the ankles, okay? So once we get over the name of the exercise, it's really more about getting that forward lean with the ankles. And I like to do it in front of a wall just in case you lose control. You can catch with your hands so you don't fall forward, all right? But essentially you're just trying to slowly lean forward while the feet stay flat, and you're essentially working the tibialis anterior to control it. And this motion is very much needed every time you're running or doing incline-decline work, hiking. Super, super important that those shins can do this eccentric movement with control. All right, so I would try 15 to 20 of those nice and slow, the double leg version. And come out of it. Use control. And then when you're ready, you can do single leg as well. So lifting one leg up, and same thing here. It's just a little bit more difficult because you're now having to balance on one leg while also doing that exercise. Whew. All right. So single leg, try like 5 to 10 on each leg. That's a tough one. Alright, you guys, so that was it. Some of the best exercises for shin splints. I hope you liked it. And as always, be sure to consult your own doctor or physical therapist for more customized exercises for you. And don't forget to follow me at Steph Dworth for more injury tips as well as health, fitness, and human design.